Do you still think he's a fascist?
Yes.
Zohran Mamdani continues to dog-walk Donald Trump, with one article even describing their differences as, quote, Mamdani and Trump ratings, the Empire State Building versus a garbage dump. And honestly, that's putting it nicely for Donald Trump. We all remember back in November when Zohran became besties with the president and Trump could not stop drooling over him. But in recent days, the president seems to have changed his tune on Zohran, writing in a viral Truth Social post that he is going to destroy New York City, responding to some of Mamdani's more progressive policies that he's announced over the past couple days. Well, the clapbacks from Mamdani have been brutal, so be sure to sit back and enjoy. But before we get too far into things, be sure to subscribe to US Democratic Socialists for more good news like this you don't want to miss. All right, diving right in, starting here with Donald Trump's viral post that says, "Sadly, Mayor Mamdani is destroying New York. It has no chance. The United States of America should not contribute to its failure. It'll only get worse. The tax policies are so wrong. They're so wrong, folks. People are fleeing. They must change their ways, and fast. History has proven this stuff just doesn't work. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump." Yeah, okay, the tax policies in question here are in reference to Zohran's extremely popular policy that he just announced a few days ago, which implements a tax on individuals' properties valued at over $5 million, in which that they also don't permanently live in New York City full time. That's it. That's the policy. Very niche, specific policy for the richest of the rich. This is the policy that MAGA and Donald Trump are losing their minds over. But here, I'll let Zohran explain it a little bit better.
This pied-à-terre tax is specifically designed for the richest of the rich, those who store their wealth in New York City real estate, but who don't actually live here. But even so, they're able to reap the huge financial rewards of owning property in, dare I say, the greatest city in the world. And most of the time, these units are sitting empty, since again, they don't actually live here. This is a fundamentally unfair system that hurts working New Yorkers. Now, it's coming to an end. This tax will raise at least $500 million directly for the city. It'll help fund things like free childcare, cleaner streets, and safer neighborhoods. As mayor, I believe everyone has a role to play in contributing to our city, and some a little bit more than others. Happy Tax Day, New York.
Yeah, a tax on billionaires was enough for Donald Trump to just blow up on Zohran and call him out for his radical communism, even though in reality it is an extremely reasonable and understandable tax on the richest people in the world. The story continues, though, as Zohran has personally responded to Donald Trump's tweet. Let's take a look.
That I'm interested in what New Yorkers have to say about our policies, and 93% approve of the pied-à-terre tax. This is a tax that will raise $500 million every year, and it will raise money to fund essential city services like free childcare, cleaner streets, and safer neighborhoods. The president and I both want this city to succeed. This is how you do it. And in terms of the person here who's spoken most recently, the president, I would point everyone to Timmy Facciola of the Judge Street Journal.
Timmy Facciola did, in fact, speak with the president and asked him if there was indeed this falling out with Zohran Mamdani, and Trump said, and I quote, "No, not at all. He's going to ruin the city, however. His policies are no good," Trump said over the phone. That's really, it's so funny to me. Trump cannot let Mamdani go, right? He's like worried that he's going to be the one that gets away. Right? He loves him. He loves him so much. He loves him more than his own children, I swear to God. Like, this guy, he says he's a radical communist. He's going to destroy New York. He's the worst. He's the worst. He's so going to ruin everything. He's a socialist, evil guy. But I love him. What can I say? He's so handsome and he's a winner. I love handsome winners. Folks, I love handsome winners. Trump cannot stop glazing Mamdani. Even on Thursday, when he did a little mini rally in my hometown, Las Vegas, he had this to say about Zohran.
You look at New York. I mean, he's a nice guy. Calls me all the time, says hi. But his policies are no good.
Trump will literally get booed at by his supporters for his love for Zohran Mamdani, and he does not back down. He's a great guy. I hate his policies. He's a great guy. And all the while, Zohran is calling Donald Trump a fascist to his face.
Now that you've met with him, that you've spoken with him multiple times, do you still think he's a fascist?
Yes.
And do you tell him that?
Yes.
Oh, how does he react?
I think everyone saw in the conversation we had in the Oval Office after our first meeting.
And Trump just continues to capitulate. The federal government is even now backing down from a lawsuit that was filed against them by the state of New York for $60 million of then frozen assets to be given to the subway system in New York City. And guess what? Now those funds are being released and given to New York. Truly, the art of the deal, Mr. President. Zohran gets everything that he wants, and you get nothing in return but insults, and you look like a tool. Sounds good to me. And Zohran is showing no signs of backing down. He announced on Friday that he is implementing a policy to have the entire containerization of trash in New York City by 2031, which, if you have ever visited or lived in New York City before, you know is a major deal. He is also successfully opening up the city-run grocery stores that he talked about on the campaign trail. All the while, he's also working on this extremely beneficial tax policy for New York City, which will give the city $500 million of extra revenue per year. And on top of all of that, he continues to do so with an unflinching and unwavering dedication to left-wing democratic socialist politics, right? He does not back down from his positions. He remains firm, solid, proud, loud, and open about his left-wing politics. Even when he asked if he believes that his left-wing strategy could work, just not in New York, but across the entire country, he had this to say.
But Mr. Mayor, presidential and statewide elections are often decided in battleground regions that do not look like New York City.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Before I was the mayor, I was an assembly member of Astoria in Long Island City. At that time, I was told that you could only be a democratic socialist in Northwest Queens. Then I became the mayor. Now the next question is the state. Then the next question will be the country. I think that this is a politics that can flourish anywhere because, frankly, there is only one majority in this country. That's the working class.
Dude, he is so good. He's so good. There's only one majority in this nation, and that's the working class, is an unbelievable bar. Right? It is so easy to remember, it is so easy to pull out, it is powerful, and it centralizes the message of class-first politics. And that is what this movement is all about, right? Class-first politics, politicians working for the people of America, not working for billionaires or millionaires or CEOs or hedge fund managers or for foreign governments like Israel, but for here. For the people here, for people who live in New York City and who live in America.
You have vehemently different views on the war in Iran.
Absolutely. I'm deeply opposed to the war. I think it's something that should be opposed not just on a political level or an economic level, but frankly, a moral level. We're talking about spending close to $30 billion to kill thousands of people an ocean away, while we're told that we don't have even an ounce of that money to help working class Americans across this country.
That is what we are getting with this rising tide of left-wing momentum, right? More people focused on actually helping their constituents, actually out there working and fighting for you and me. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll go out there right now. I'll rewrite the Constitution to get this guy into the presidency because his messaging is so strong and it's just and it's true. So Trump can whine and complain and piss and shit his pants all he wants. He is losing this battle, right? He is losing the fight. No question about it. And progressives like Zohran, AOC, Bernie, Rashid Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Maxwell Frost, people just across the country, progressives across the country are rising in their momentum, rising in their popularity, and it is scaring the shit out of the GOP. But I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw in this video, be sure to leave a like down below. And don't forget to subscribe to US Democratic Socialists. It really would help us out a lot. And also, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of this and more. So be sure to do all that good stuff. Have a good day. I'm Iago Lashua. Goodbye.